poor old Vince, he may not be able to take care of all of his wrestlers. You know, it might be feast or famine here pretty soon, because even if he saves all that money on all those wrestlers he fired, Brian, he's being sued for $20 million by Oliver Luck, who apparently has had bad luck in trying to get his money out of Vince. Explain to me how Oliver Luck, I'm going to call him, who the fuck is Oliver Luck? How the fuck is somebody that nobody has ever heard of past his immediate family worth more money than Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock, The Undertaker, John Cena, or every other top superstar wrestler that Vince McMahon ever had in his fucking billion-dollar company that was built on wrestling superstars? Who the fuck is Oliver Luck?
Well, he's not a nobody. He is, first of all, he's the father of Andrew Luck, who's a quarterback in the NFL.
Oh, the father of Andrew. Well, that's like being the fucking nicest guy in prison.
But he's a former football player who transitioned to being a executive in football. And I think why he was important to the XFL, although I'm not justifying the $20 million salary, although quite frankly, when it comes to the commissioners of other sports, go look at how much they're being paid. It's ridiculous. But he was the guy who was able to bring some credibility to the fact that Vince McMahon had a football league.
What? But they had credibility?
They had more credibility this time than the first time by far.
Well, that's because the NFL doesn't have as many fucking fans as they did 20 years ago either. At least watching on television. But no, the fucking point, I can understand if the commissioner of the NBA or the NFL or whatever might be making $20 million because they're multi-billion-dollar fucking sports industries, but outlaw football in its first season and you sign a contract with somebody for $20 million fucking dollars? You could have brought Dick Butkus back from the fucking dead to give somebody credibility with football people for $20 million. Reanimate the fucking corpse of goddamn Bronco Nagurski for $20 million. How is this guy potentially, possibly worth $20 million? Why would Vince promise him $20 million? And we know why that Vince doesn't want to pay him $20 million. That's easy to guess. Right. But what the fuck?
I think I said this a couple of weeks ago. Never underestimate Vince McMahon's desire to burn money. To not just say, hey, I'm really good at this. I'm going to make as much money as I can from this and be happy. It's always, I did this, but I want to show everyone I could do more. How many millions can we burn through this time? And I think that's what happened with the XFL here.
I just saw that, and I was like, cumulatively, yes, John Cena's made $20 million from the WWF and WWE. Cumulatively, I'm sure Steve Austin did. I don't know if The Rock stayed around long enough to make the 20, but $20 million in a contract to one motherfucker from Vince McMahon, and it's not Steve Austin, it's not The Rock, it's not The Undertaker or John Cena or even Triple H. It's fucking Oliver Luck. I wish him good luck. He should have been retained by retained Stephen P. New for this. He might have a chance of getting this money out of Vince. Do you see him getting it?
Well, look, I think it is a little suspicious that they fired him. They sent him a termination letter the day before Vince cut the entire league, before he laid off everyone. And then 3 days later, they file for bankruptcy. So I think it is suspicious that all of a sudden they fire him for cause a day before everyone else is let go and 3 days before they file for bankruptcy. I do think he has a chance to get the money. And there's one thing we've seen, that Jerry McDevitt is very successful unless the other side has a really good case and money. Jesse Ventura, the WWF. So this will be interesting.
What was the cause? Why did they fire him?
I have not seen that publicly anywhere, so I don't know if that has been exposed to the public yet.
Well, that will be interesting to see exactly what he fucked up one day before they decided to close the whole goddamn thing down.
Right. I mean, that's the thing. The timing is, I think, what damns Vince McMahon here. Beyond the bad concept and everything else. Yeah.
Of course, because it's obvious what he's doing. But once again, ladies and gentlemen of the wrestling community, If you sign a contract for 3 years with an out clause every 90 days, then you just signed a 90-day contract. And apparently, even if it doesn't have an out clause, if they want to figure out a reason why they can get rid of you, you're going to have to fucking wrestle them to get your money.